is Laura Alameri, and this is the information page of my brand new program, VIP Real Estate Investing Success for Women. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video, I've attached more of an explanation on what the program is about. But I wanted to show you or share with you my idea behind it. I've been a real estate investor for a long time, since the 80s. And I've also mentored students for almost 20 years. And working out there as an investor, I started a little ahead of my time because back in the 80s, it was really unheard of that women were in real estate investing. There were a lot of real estate agents, but not investing. But I was fortunate enough to work or start my career path around some women that were very successful, and it motivated me to be the best I could. And they were agents and also investors. And that laid the foundation for me to move forward and have the confidence that I needed to be successful in this business. And over the years, I have obviously developed my own business and work alongside with many investors, but I have to say most of them were men. And recently, I was saying the last 10 years or so, I see more and more women entering the real estate investing arena. But I also see, with working with a lot of students that are women, that sometimes they need a little more encouragement and support to really believe in themselves. Because I was taught from the beginning, and I was fortunate for that, that women, we have the natural ability to be great in this business because of our ability to listen, because we really care to help, and we want to make a win-win situation for everybody. And therefore, that's why we tend to be successful as agents and also as investors. However, like I said, a lot of the women didn't have the type of support that I had and encouragement at the beginning. So the idea came for this particular platform to give training, support, and community. What does that mean? Well, training, first of all, I will give you the training that you need to go out there and get started in real estate. But with the training and the tools, they're not going to be worth anything if you don't have the right mindset. If you don't have the support of other women in the business that are succeeding, they can say, yes, you can do it. You know, this is what I've done. You can do the same. And therefore, I also the form of community, which women tend to be more about community and helping each other out more than the man counterpart, right? So I think I came up with this new concept of having training, giving you the right tools to get your mindset, because as much as training as you can, if you don't have the right mindset, it's going to be hard for you to succeed. And at the same token, have the support of other women that are already being successful and new ones as well. And also have the community where we actually get to talk, meet, and cooperate. So take a moment here to look at, watch the video here attached, which goes into more the details of the program. And I assure you, we will have a lot of fun and making money in real estate. And like I said, I look forward to help you succeed. Thank you. Okay, so the concept I want to share with you this evening, this is something that I've been thinking about it for a little while, for a couple of years. And basically, I want to give a little more than training, okay? I want to give basically more community and support, because I think as first of all, obviously, I'm more comfortable when I have a woman student that comes to me and talks to me and wants to deal with me. I love that because I can relate more to that. And I says, well, what if I can provide training, community, and support? What if I can bring some of my students, the successful students like Diane or Karen or other ones, to have on the phone maybe some support calls every month? Can you let them know from their perspective what they're doing? Because obviously I say things, but you say, well, yeah, of course, she's been doing it, for many years. But what if I bring somebody new every month that's been doing it or is doing something, and you can hear their perspective? And then also have this community and support where you can ask questions to me and other ones, and then you feel that you're not alone out there doing this, because a lot of you feel like, I'm the only one doing this. I'm the only one is running across these problems, which is not true. Okay. So what I created is basically training. Now, this training here is a little different. A lot of you have took in my overtraining, it's a little different. It does take some of the old concept you have for overtraining, but it goes into a lot of other things I'm talking about here in a minute. Okay. Then I give you support. I'm actually starting in August bi-weekly calls. And these are calls that are going to be recorded. They're going to be on a podcast. However, they're going to be available only for people that pays for these calls, because they're a little different than the group call that I do in the evening once a month. Okay. This is again for only women. Okay. I'm not inviting all the students. This is only for women belonging to the specific group. And the other thing I'm going to open is a forum just for women to help each other exchange. And I say, for example, you are in, let's say, St. Louis. I see Katina here. I can get in touch with people or women in St. Louis that are doing what you're doing, or the ones in Chicago. I can get in touch with Karen or others. So I'm trying to open up different channels of women supporting, even locally, to where they are. And I think that would be good. And then a couple times a year, I would like to meet with everybody, and you can, we can do a meeting in where I am in Florida, and one meeting in Chicago or the Midwest, and have a meeting with everybody that is in the group and exchange ideas, get support, get encouragement, because I think that there is a lot of need out there for that. And I know a lot of you have great skills, have the amazing personality. You're so good. But the fact is, you probably don't have enough confidence, or you feel like you're out there on your own. And I want to make sure that you know that you're not. There are a lot of new investors like you that are making a difference in their own life with real estate. Now, the training is, I'm going to go heavily in this training with mindset. Now, some of you know that I'm very, and I know some of you are too, believing in kind of a spiritual side of things, believing that it's not just the mechanics of what you do in the business. Obviously, you need to have the skills and the knowledge, but you have to have the right mindset, because I cannot share it with you enough that, as much skills that you have, if you don't have the right mindset, it's not going to happen. I've seen people with very little skills and close deals just because they had the right mindset. Nothing was going to stop them. On the other end, I see women with a lot of skills, but no mindset. So I'm going to work really hard on this aspect through this group. You're not alone. Leverage your woman's abilities. Time management is a big one. I'm going to keep working on time management, because I think this is what is lacking in a lot of you. Let's get started. We're talking about business organization, team development. I am going to keep working and tweaking through this training about action plan. Then we're going to talk about choosing the right area, find your first buyers. Find your buyers first before you find the properties. Now, some of you live in areas that are really hot right now. So sometimes when I talk to you, I tend to say, okay, go just find the property, you find the buyers. But as a course to the business, you should have the buyers first before you look for properties. Now, how the fun starts: locating properties, negotiation skills, understanding motivation. Like, again, I can get more in deep into this one with women, because you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes with men, they say, oh my gosh, I don't have time for that. But that's what is going to make and break it. I hate to tell you, that's what is going to make and break it sometime. Really getting into the finesse of the business, of understanding what these sellers are trying to do and what is their motivation behind them. And the buyers, for the matter. Then take them to the bank, due diligence, the closing process. Now what? Your action plan. And then we're going to go into the 6 modules. Going to be, you're now an investor. We're going to go into advanced strategies over people's money. And this one here is kind of, I'm going to be opening it up for what everybody is going to give me input that they will know more about. Okay. But we're going to talk about buy and hold and fix and flip. Now, I am going to do this. This is a brand new training. So I'm actually going to start the recording on this training next week. I have it on my calendar. It's going to start next week, and then it's going to run for 6 consecutive weeks. I believe I have it on the calendar for, July 26th. So it's going to go for every week for 6 weeks on the July 26th in the evening. If you can't make it, it's okay. Obviously, it's going to be recorded, and then it's going to become part of this particular program, which, by the way, this is my our website. This is not under lauralarmeri.com. This is under realestateinvestingwomen.com. Okay. Now, the other thing is the support. We're going to have bi-weekly calls. Okay. The calls are going to be the First call is going to be on August 2nd, and then every week is going to be midday. So if you can't make it, 12 noon Eastern time, if you can't make it, it's okay. It's going to be recorded. You can access the podcast later on. But that's going to be open for Maisie League group coaching. And this is where I'm going to bring in students, women students that are successful, and kind of share what they're doing, what their story, and, make alliances too. Maybe you want to work with some of them if they're in your city. Now, the other thing is, like I said, I'm going to strive very hardly for community here. I'm going to have a forum just for you to exchange opinion, ask questions, get support. And then the mastermind sessions are going to be online. However, I'm also going to start doing them live here after the holidays. So I will invite for you everybody to join me and say, hey, let's do a live session, maybe in Miami because it's warm. So you can just take a trip down there, spend the weekend together. And we're going to go through training. We're going to go through, I will still have to think about it, but it's going to be about training. It's going to be about support. It's going to be about hearing stories, maybe go out there looking at properties together. So it's going to be really a mastermind to help you feel like, you have other women that are supporting it. And we got this community that will help you if you have any problems with feeling assured or feeling confident about your ability. So this is what it's all designed to be. This is actually, like I said, something different that I wanted to create and put out there. Now, it's going to be $97 a month. However, because this is a brand new thing. I'm recording everything with you live starting the 26th. We're going to start the podcast in August. So until I've reached 30 signups, I'm going to charge only $47 a month. Okay. And then after the 30 signups, is going to go to 97. I already have a few because I had the webinar last night, and I had a few actually I've been talking to the last few weeks that came to me where they say, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I need some help. And I told them, well, join this community. I think you will like it. And so I have a few that joined from that. So the 30 signups are going to happen pretty fast. Okay. But I'm going to grandfather you in. If you have 47, that's going to stay in as long as you stay a member. And I'm going to throw more training in here too. So you start with the 6 modules. Like I said, some of you have taken my other coaching or modules. This is going to be a little different. You might appreciate this a little more because the other one, I have to be very careful, right? I'm walking on some eggshells sometimes. I'm dealing with all kinds of people and personalities. And so sometimes men said, oh my gosh, she's going into one of these spiritual things. But, you understand me, and I can share with you some stories that are very powerful, that things almost happen by serendipity just because I had the mindset in the right place. I can tell you some silly story, and I can tell you some very powerful story about when you have the mind in the right place. I put a link here in the chat box about if you want to go ahead and sign up. Like I said, you can cancel anytime. If you join and you think a month or two from now it's not for you, just cancel. Will not be any problem. But I think a lot of you will get great support by being in this group. I'm really looking to make this group big and having fun together and having the support and, become good friends over the years where, you have somebody that you can always go back and talk to as new investors and even as an experienced investor as moving down your path. Because with women that have been successful in real estate, that are my students, I kept in touch with them, like Diane that I told you right now, she's around my club in St. Louis. Laura and Donna in Kansas City, Zurama in Fort Lauderdale. These are women that I want to keep in touch with them. I want to talk to them. I miss them if I don't talk to them, even after, they moved on and already on their way and they're not my students anymore. So I hope that this is going to keep the community. It's going to give you the support you need. It's going to give you new skills because, anything new that I come across that I'm doing or I hear anybody else doing will be shared with everybody else. So I think this is something that there is a need out there. And came from talking to several of you. That I think that I say, you know what, some of you have done very well, some of you are struggling, and I think it's just because maybe you don't have the support or encouragement, and you really don't have anybody to go to locally to get that, and that's a big issue for a lot of you. So